Welcome to my first video. Today I have a envy apple and I'm going to be taking the seeds from it and then we're going to be planting them. So you can get these at your store. They're pretty cheap, and the only thing about apples that is a little unfortunate is that they aren't true to seed. So we might get an envy apple, we might get some other apple, so we'll have to see. So today I'm going to be cutting it open, getting the seeds, putting them in a paper towel in the bag, and then we're gonna put them in the fridge for cold stratification because apple seeds need to replicate the winter seasons in order for a higher success rate. So let's cut this open now. So just have a knife. Don't use your teeth, but I'm not gonna do that for this video. I'm just gonna cut down the side, just like that. And hopefully we don't cut a seed. So the apples are gonna be in that pocket right there, the seeds, and so we're just gonna cut it one more time. We're gonna tear a little piece of this paper and wipe off the apple from the seed because mold is what kills seeds most of the time. Mold is very dangerous to seeds. So now they're fully cleaned up, and so let's get them all misted. So I'm gonna get a little sprayer, and then we will start by folding this up and then putting it in the fridge. So just a little sprayer. What we're gonna do is get this paper towel, put it onto our plate like this, and we're just gonna spray it like that. Then we're gonna open it up. I'm gonna wipe around to get a little more of that water, because we'll spray it again once it's in the bag. And take off that little part because we don't want any mold. So we have it right here. Then we're going to cut one here, one here, and now we're going to fold it up nice and tight, just like this. So what we're going to be doing with this little seed and bag combo right here is we're going to be making a greenhouse effect while it's also inside of the fridge. So it'll be nice and moist, so it won't get dry. That's the main thing, because the seed dries out or molds, it does die. Another thing to note, if you do have cinnamon, you can put cinnamon on this thing. If you put cinnamon is a natural deterrent against mold for seeds. So I don't have any right now, but if I did have some, just sprinkle a little bit on top. And it'll help you not mold. So we're gonna open up the bag. We're gonna put it in, and then, just for safe measures, give it a few sprays. Ziploc the bag, but we're gonna want to keep a tiny bit of air. There we go, just a little bit. I just personally like to do that. I don't think it really matters, but it's just something I do. And so now we're gonna put it in the fridge. So we go over here. I'm just gonna put it right on top right there. And then I'll keep it there, and every few days or so, I'll check and I'll make sure that there's no mold growing, because mold was gonna ruin it. But more importantly, in about 2.5 to 3 weeks, we might see some growth. All right, so today is February 20th, and we have an update on the envy apple seeds. So if we take a look here, the paper towel did get a little bit moldy. You can see little black dots and stuff around the edges. That is mold. That's not good, but we have a little bit of growth on the roots right here. Just that right there. There we go. So yeah, we got a little bit of growth on the roots. So we are here to plant. There are two other ones I like. This guy right here has a little bit of a tail growing as well. So we're gonna try that guy. And then the one other one, this one right here, it has the little white dot. Hard to see. but that white dot is where the root is starting to poke out. So we're gonna try to get these 3, and we're gonna go plant them in some soil. So I don't do it the conventional way, I just plant it with my coconut. I'm not sure why, but every single time the apples or anything, oranges, kiwis, it always grows. So it's kind of a good luck charm. So the first thing I do is just get a little bit of the holes prepared, and then I put a little marker. That way I know where they are just in case. So I just use some random objects that'll stick up. Then from there, we're gonna drop them in. We're just gonna drop it in and pat it down. That way it's nice and tight. The root will always grow down because of gravity, so you don't have to worry too much. And this guy with no tail, you just drop it in. From there, give it a little water. And then we'll check back in a little bit. They'll start to turn into something like this later on. So this is a pretty solid one, about 3 weeks old, I would say. So today is the 28th of March, and we have our final update for the apple video, at least until they get a little bit bigger. So we started these apple seeds right here. These are Envy apples. So I got them from apples I ate just normally. We started them on the 2/19. So we started them February 19th. Then they germinated on the 26th of February. So that's when we put them into dirt. So the second little part of this little video. And today is now when we get to see all the progress. So here are the apples. They are doing very good. They have a nice root system. I just transplanted them because if you remember, we planted these actually in the coconut, same pot as a coconut. And so I gave them their own. But they are doing very, very well. I went on spring break because I am in college, and one of my friends kept them, and they kept them outside instead of my normal grow lights, and I think that they benefited from that a lot. But yeah, here are the apples. They are looking very, very good. I'm pretty happy with these. I think that they did a good job, especially in just about a month and a half, I'd say, is about how long these lasted. I'm going to give these away though because I'm in a dorm room, so I don't really have space for all this stuff, but I'm very surprised. I will say the one thing about the apples, if you do want to try them, just start it. It sounds pretty simple, but for a while, longest time, I was very intimidated by the fact that you have to keep them in the fridge for however long it might be. Sometimes it's less than a week, sometimes it's more than 2 weeks. It just depends. A lot of the same thing goes for like pears and stuff like that, or any of the stone fruits. Like we have a cherry, or I have cherries in my fridge right now. I'm trying to get to go. They take like 2.5 months in the fridge. And so I always, for these types of fruits and stuff like that, I would never plant them just because I didn't really want to wait that long. But if you do all the work for it, just putting them into that paper towel and throwing it in the fridge, you're gonna forget about it until a month goes by, and all of a sudden you'll have little sprouts. So I definitely say if you're interested, just give it a shot. I mean, look how well these both grew. These absolutely killed it. Apples are very hardy too, so you can grow them in a lot of different zones. Here in Hawaii, I don't know if they do that great. It might be a little too warm for them, but I mean, the seeds still grew. So yeah, so here's the first video on the channel, and it is the Envy apples.